यमुनातीरावनचारि जय राधा कुंज विहारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी जन वल्लभ यशोदानन्दना व्रजजनरञ्जना यमुनातीरावनचारि हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण हरे राम हरे राम कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण हरे हरे राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण हरे राम Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Am I audible online? Can anybody respond?
Yes, Prabhuji, we can hear you.
Okay. You have very bad internet connection here. Okay. Just a minute. You are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 26, text number 16. So can you give me the book? It's not loading. Yeah. Canto 3, Chapter 16. Oh, this book starts from chapter 17. 26th chapter, 326, 16. Oh, yeah, sorry. 26, 326, 16. Hare Krishna, 326, 16, okay?
Yes, Prabhu.
Prabhavam Purusham Prahu. Prabhavam Purusham Prahu. Kalam eke yato bayam. Kalam eke yato bayam. Ahankara vimuddhasya. Ahankara vimuddhasya. Kartuh prakrutimi iyusha. Kartuh prakrutimi iyusha. Prabhavam purusham prahu. Kalam eke yato bhayam. Ahankara vimudasya. Kartu prakritim iyushaha. Anybody recite? Okay, we'll proceed. Translation. Excuse me. Translation and purport by His Bhakti Vedanta Prabhupada. Jai Srila Prabhupada. The influence of the Supreme Personality of Godhead is felt in the time factor, which causes fear of death due to the false ego of the deluded souls who have contacted the metal nature. Purport: the living entity's fear of death is due to his false ego of identifying with the body. Everyone is afraid of death. Actually, there is no death for the spirit soul, but due to our absorption in the absorption in identification of the body as a self, the fear of the death develops. It is said that in Srimad Bhagavatam 11.2.37, Bhayam Dvitiya Vivinesh Sitaha Yasyat. Dvitiya refers to matter, which is beyond spirit. Matter is the secondary manifestation of spirit. For matter is produced from the spirit. Just as the material elements described are caused by the Supreme Lord or the Supreme Spirit, The body is also a product of the spirit soul. Therefore, material body is called Dvitiya or the second. One who one who is absorbed in the second element or second exhibition of the spirit soul is afraid of death. When one is fully convinced that he is not his body, there is no question of fearing death, since the spirit soul does not die. If the spirit soul engages in the spiritual activities of the devotional service, he is completely freed from the platform of birth and death. His next position is complete spiritual freedom from the mental body. The fear of death is an action of Kala or the time factor, which represents the influence of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. In other words, the time is destructive. Whatever is created is subjected to destruction and dissolution, which is the action of time. Time is representation of the Lord. It reminds us also that we should surrender unto the Lord, and its surrender unto the Lord. And it reminds us also that we should surrender. The Lord speaks to every conditioned souls as time. He says in Bhagavad Gita that if someone surrenders unto him, then there is no longer any problem of birth and death. We should therefore accept the time factor as the Supreme Personality of Godhead standing before us. This is further explained in the following words. Om Ajnana-timirandasya Jnananjana-shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah. Sri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapada Kamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunathanvitam Tvam Sajivam Advaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Sri Vishakhanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namaste Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Kunda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Jagatpatopyashakapa Sindhubheva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Mukam Karoti Vacharam Pangam Rangayate Girim Yat Krupatamaham Vande Sri Guru Nirataranam Paramananda Madhavam Sri Chaitanyeshwaram. Hare Krishna. Thank you for joining us, and we are sorry for the internet connection. So today in this words, the discussion or like on the fundamental principle of material nature, the time factor is discussed here. Lord is like they said the influence of the Supreme Personality of Godhead is felt in the time factor, which causes the fear of death due to false ego of the deluded souls who has contacted material nature. So it is said that as long as like everybody experiences the Supreme Personality of Godhead in one way or the other. Devotees experience the Supreme Personality of Godhead through his darshan, through his katha, through his kirtan. That is their devotees' way of taking darshan of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But somebody who is envious of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is actually time factor. So it is said that when Krishna was saying Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna, Arjuna becomes a little curious. Like Krishna was explaining about his different energies, and he's saying, "I am the controller, I am the mentor." Everything he's saying, and in my Krishna says in my Avyakta Murti means he says, "I everything is done by me only." Then Arjuna wanted to see, my lord, I would like to see your Vishwarup, means like I would like to see your universal form. Can you show me if you think I'm eligible, like that, he says. Krishna taking, being wanted to fulfill the desire of Arjuna. He said, so Krishna says to Arjuna, Arjuna, you cannot see my universal form with your present eyes. So I give you the Divya Chakshu, means the divine eyes, the divine vision. So Krishna bestowed the divine vision, and Arjuna could see the universal form of the Lord. It was so gigantic and so powerful, hands, legs everywhere. It's like Arjuna could see past, present, and future, and everything in the existence at one place. And his death of different enemies, and he could see everything. And looking at that, Arjuna becomes bewildered. I was thinking you are my friend. I was thinking you are my cousin, but you are somebody. Then he asked, who are you actually? I was like, Then Arjuna says, Time kalos me loka kshayan kshaya krita prabuddha loka samahartam iha means like he says, kalos min bharata shiva. I am the time factor, destroyer of all the worlds. So what is the difference? Like the main difference between the spiritual world and material world is the time factor in the spiritual world is time has only one factor. Time, but in the material world, time has three phases: past, present, and future. So, which is past cannot be retrieved, and which is future we cannot assume, but only present one can experience. But in the spiritual world, time is present in the form of eternal present. Eternal present means everything in the spiritual world is eternally existent, because it is Sat, means it is eternal. Everything is eternal. Like for example, like Krishna gave nice darshan, and tomorrow's the same darshan, like everything changes, dress changes, background changes, food changes, everything changes, decoration changes. But in the spiritual world, everything is eternal. Every lila is eternal, and every aspect is eternal. So that's a wonderful thing that is inconceivable to us, how it can be possible. So, but it is said that as in the material world, Krishna actually manifests in the form of time factor. How manifests in the form of time factor? Because everything is like Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, right? Adyantavanta kaunteya nateshu ramate buddha, means the players of this material world, they have adya, means they have beginning and end. And nateshu ramate buddha, somebody who is intelligent doesn't take pleasure in them. If that is talking about Krishna is talking about the devotees. What is devotees' nature? Devotees' nature is they if something comes in their life, they just accept it. Like if they don't hanker for any pleasures, they don't hanker for any position, anything like that. But if it comes on its own accord, yadrucha labha santushta means they are happy with however comes on its own accord. So, but somebody who hankers for they wanted They who hankers know, I will be happy if I only get that thing, if I will be happy if I only get this position. That kind of person can never be happy because there is no limit to the desires. The more you run behind the desires, the more it attracts you and you keep on running only. So, like Prahlad Maharaj says, it is the only way to become happy in this material world is to not to have any desires. Or try not to be happy in this material world. How can you be happy if you don't try to be happy in this material world? Is just accept whatever comes on its own accord. Like you don't hanker for no, I want to have millions and millions. No, like whatever is it coming to you on its own nature, just be satisfied with you. Just try to manage everything with whatever it's coming on its own card. I have to distinct that things are actually by the will of the Lord. Everything is possible only by the sanction of nothing. Like it is said that even a blade of grass done without the sanction of God. What to speak of different things. So like now, like even if you have millions and trillions of dollars, still you will only be getting whatever is entitled to you in the form of your previous karma. How much pleasure, how much pain, how much intelligence, how long you should live. Everything is destined. Only thing is we have to, but it doesn't mean that okay, they came and we just enjoy it. It's not like that. It like as long as we are in the material world, everything is scrutinizingly observed. How you are using it, your time, how you are using the energy that is, the facilities that is given to you. Are you being grateful? Are you engaging in the service of the Lord, or just gratifying your senses? That is seen. Based on that, either you'll get promotion or demotion. Otherwise, what is the difference between a devotee and a materialist is devotee thinks everything is the blessing of Krishna, everything is prasad of Krishna, and he actually makes his life Krishna centric and enjoys or like takes pleasures in that. But a materialist thinks that he himself is a center, everything is meant for him. He is nowhere Krishna conscious. But on the other hand, devotee is fully Krishna conscious. If something comes in his life, he thinks that, oh, this is Krishna's mercy, Krishna Prasad. And if something doesn't come in life, there is also Krishna's mercy. Krishna doesn't want me to get entangled, that's why Krishna didn't give me. So that way, devotee is fully Krishna conscious. As long as we are Krishna conscious, we are always on the bright side. You can see the silver lining even in the cloud also, black cloud. So, but non-devotees, no, unfortunately, like for devotees, time factor. What is the main fear of time factor is the way the death comes, the way we lose everything at the time of death. If a person is a devotee, then how he sees the death is, oh, Krishna is coming in the form of death to remove from this miserable material condition and take me back to the spiritual world. Just like cat taking a kitten from one safe place to another safe place. But for a rat, the same mouth of a cat is the death personified. Means it's a lose of its life. It's fearful of it. Then the same with the materialist, death for the materialist, death is like end of all. Whatever they have strived for, whatever they have achieved for, because they identify themselves with their achievement, their I, me, mine things. So their attachment is like they are whatever they are attached to, that things are taken away from them. It is also causeless mercy of Krishna. Why? Because if somebody is attached to something, like they wanted to be eternally happy in that phase only. Like even the demons, they got horrible bodies. They eat meat, horrible bodies, like disfigured, like ugly looking, but still they are attached to that bodies also. Krishna out in the form of time factor is coming and removing me, okay, whatever karma you had, you have studied this in this body enough, just leave this body and then move forward. Like that, Krishna is coming in the form of death and then taking away taking off that miserable condition and either promoting them or giving them the next life. Even an ordinary pious person also, with the passing of age, his body becomes so invalid and so disformed and is very much inconvenient for the soul to live in that body. So Krishna, out of mercy, he is removing him from that miserable condition and giving him the new fresh body. So, but the materialist is, they'll move from one body in the same material world to another body based on the type of karma that they have engaged in. But the devotees, on the other hand, who are fully surrendered to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, they will at once they go back to spiritual world and they resume their original swarupa. So when they resume their original swarupa, then they will be eternally situated there in Krishna Lila, and then they could derive unlimited enjoyment. So it is said that when how we can see devotees react to the different aspects of life. When Prabhupada was there in Kolkata in his early days, he became devotee. He was devotee, but he became serious devotee after meeting Bhakti Thakur. So during that 1945, that time, the Japanese were dropping bombs on Kolkata. And Indian, the British Army that time, they said, no, everybody should go, be safe place, turn off all candles, all lights, so you can be safe like that. And entire city is overwhelmed with the fear, because when the planes will come, when they will drop, they don't know. But Prabhupada was blissful. No, if Krishna wants to come in the form of a bomb and take my life, that will be nice. So he used to go into the roads and then do kirtan nicely, along with some like-minded devotees. They are fearless actually. They are never worried about, oh, bomb is coming, dropping like that. And also we can see the example of Prahlad Maharaj. Prahlad Maharaj, Hiranyakashipu called Prahlad Maharaj and said, okay, can you turn off the incense? Prahlad Maharaj says, Hiranyakashipu called, okay, you are very much attached to this Lord form of Vishnu. Okay. Actually, Prahlad Maharaj says, if you are attached so much to Harikirtan, you do yourself. Go in a quiet place and do Harikirtan by yourself. Why you keep on preaching? Why you keep on going to other place and telling everybody about Lord Hari and all those things? Why don't you keep it to yourself? Keep it confined so that Hiranyakashipu doesn't even realize that you are doing that. But what Prahlad Maharaj says, no, I can't help it. If somebody comes and asks, what are you doing? Then I said, I'm doing this Harikirtan. Why you are doing? Then I have to explain them. Because I can't tell the truth. I can't tell the lie. Even if father calls me and asks, what are you? Did you stop Harikirtan or did you stop Harismaran or Haribhakti or not? Then I have to tell the truth. I can't tell the lie. I'm helpless. Then he was said, okay, then you have to face the consequences. And sure enough, that Hiranyakashipu bothered Prahlad Maharaj so much so that he tried to kill in many ways. But Prahlad Maharaj was very much confident. It happens by the will of the Lord. If it is by the will of the Lord, I'm all good. It means Lord can take me, take my body, take my life, because it is the will of the Lord. So he has so much confidence on the Lord. So as soon as one becomes a devotee, he instantly becomes fearless. Because when a devotee fears means it's like having no confidence on the Lord. Now, if you fear of losing money, losing a position, losing anything like that. That's why if you see We have seen an example of how our Matajis who were who passed, who left this planet. They are so much fearless. They are even on the deathbed. They are not fearful of losing life. They are constantly remembering, and their families also. They are trying to preach that. They are trying to take that as a preaching opportunity and preaching nicely. So that is the consciousness of the devotee. The devotee is always connected to Krishna. If Krishna wants to take away life, that is well and good. If Krishna wants to give or extend my life, that is also well and good. So that surrender into the Supreme Personality of Godhead. If one surrenders into the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, then only one can be fearless. Otherwise, there is fear in every aspect of life. Okay, so that's all I can discuss.
So, you said the time everything finishes. The three type of dissolution, right? One is at the end of Brahma's day, one is at the end of Brahma's life, and one is every moment. So, at the end of Brahma's day, what goes back? Not all the planets, right?
At the end of Brahma's life, what happens is entire universe become dissoluted, and all
14 planets?
entire universe enters into the body of Mahavishnu, and everything is kept in a suspended state. Suspended state means whatever karma, whatever the karmic reactions one performed, everything will be in a pause state, not like destroyed. Destroyed means not complete dissolution. Complete dissolution means material things will be get destroyed, but the subtle bodies of the living entities will be preserved. And when again Lord Mahavishnu again breathes out, the universe comes out, and and the jivas resume their resume their position. Where how much pious credit they have, how much impious credits they have. They resume that, and they will again suffer and enjoy. So there is this karma cannot be destroyed, the karmic reaction, even at the time of annihilation of the universe also. Only way one can get rid of the karma is by taking shelter of Krishna. He can cut all the knots of karmic reaction.
And Brahma's life is 100 years.
Hmm?
After Brahma's life also everything goes back to Mahavishnu.
Yeah, and the body of Mahavishnu, and everything is kept in a suspended state. So as per you have for example, we have this amount of bad karma, this amount of good karma. As soon as this annihilation happens, actually there are incense in the backup room. I think incense are burning in the backup room. So it will be kept in suspended state. And Naimitika pralaya means that regular pralaya means happens because metal body is temporary. It has to get destroyed at every point and also regenerate at every point. It is said that in our body, every cell will be replaced constantly. Generation and destruction happening in our body at any point of time. It is scientists say, right? If within 7 years, entire all the cells of the body will be replaced with a new body, new cells. That's why Prabhu says, if you started eating prasad, if it is 7 years, you're only eating prasad, means your body is already spiritualized. So that is the advantage of taking prasad only.
One verse you said that you quoted one verse, whatever we get, whatever we deserve, we get, right? Yeah, is in Bhagavad Gita?
Yeah, it's in Bhagavad Gita. Yeah, I'll take. Yadrucha Lava Santushta. What is that for you? Yadrucha Lava Santushta means just being satisfied with however it comes, rather than in putting extra endeavor for no sense gratification.
Whatever we deserve, we get.
Yadrucha Lava Santushta. Yeah. Being satisfied with whatever comes on its own according to our life. If pleasure comes, we deal with pleasure. If pain comes, we deal with the pain. So as it comes, we just flow with the time. We don't hanker for anything.
We don't endeavor very hard.
Mm.
We get some.
Mm.
We don't want to.
No, we have to perform our duties. So like Krishna says to Arjuna, right, you perform your duty as a Kshatriya, your duty is to punish those who actually who is in the path of adharma, fight for dharma and establish dharma. And on the path of your duty, if you have to kill your own relatives, you have to kill them. Because it is coming as a part of your duty. So it doesn't mean that just sit somewhere and then whatever comes, you just eat and be satisfied with it. It's not like that. Performing your duty, you have to. Everybody in the material world are constantly working, either voluntarily or involuntarily. Because Krishna says, even to maintain your body, you have to work. So everyone has to work with dedication. But somebody should not hanker, no, I should get pleasure only. I should not get pain. So I should only get that, whatever, like for example, I should only get victories only. Not, I don't want defeat. Your duty is to do your duty and be satisfied with whatever comes. Because like when Arjuna is going to fight, it cannot be guaranteed that Arjuna will win and Arjuna will not lose his life. Just do your duty. And if as per your duty, your duty, if sometimes success comes, take it. And sometimes success doesn't come, don't be worried about it. Don't hanker for why I didn't get success. I got success. I got that thing. It would have been better than I endeavored so much, but I was not able to become successful. And this, you see, a lot of people, they worry. They either live in the past or they wanted to live in future. They don't live in the present. That's what I'm saying. You live in the present. What living in the present means? What came to you as a form of your duty. You have a family. You have a you have service to Guru Krishna. You do them nicely. Don't hanker for I should have got that. I should have got this, like that. You should not hanker for. We just live in the present and be satisfied with whatever it comes. And we should perform our duty. We should with full dedication, but not overindulgence, not like workaholic. Sacrifice your entire life for the sake of working only. You should know how much is your duty, how much is depends in your hands, and how much is in Krishna's hands. It is said that somebody who has the mercy of Gauranga Mahaprabhu, even the very difficult things becomes easy. Somebody who doesn't have the mercy of Mahaprabhu, even the very easy things will become so difficult and complicated. So just performing your duty with being fully Krishna conscious is the only thing that a devotee can do. Hare Krishna, online, anybody have any questions or any comments? Okay, we'll end it here. Gandhara Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Jai Shri Prabhupada ki, Anantapur. Thank you all very much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Prabhupada ki.